I didn't know she was a cult classic on the internet, apparently.
Mm.
But once I find the video, we're good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there we go.
Hello, my name is Emma.
We not gonna watch fucking 50 minutes worth, but we gonna put our opinions in there and go from there. This is Jason.
This is Jade.
It's not the one. It's not the two. It's us. Today we are doing a bit of a reaction. Today, I didn't know about that her name, not even Emily, until like what, a few months ago, and one of these videos intrigued me, and I thought this would be a great topic to put on this channel. We could have great thoughts, we have great minds, and I thought she had some great pointers when I looked through it. Now we're not gonna look at the full fucking 40 minutes, but we gonna take some pics and some pics in here. Hey, we learn something.
Hello, my name is Emily, as you may or may not know, and today we are going to be talking about male versus female friendships. Now, regardless of gender, people might have different expectations for the friendships in their lives. And I am saying this out of obligation and not because I actually think my audience needs to be told this, but pointing out certain phenomena doesn't mean that all men act this way or all women act this way. It's not a, boys be like, girls be like type situation. Maybe a little bit, but I think that we can all agree that platonic relationships are very important, and people have noticed that men and women sometimes can navigate those friendships a little bit differently. And I already know what some of the comments are going to be. You're a woman. What makes you think you have the right to speak on male friendship?
She's fast with this bitch, yo.
Yeah,
Isn't
it fast? What she do?
Hold up, bro. Yeah, cause she
just go with cutting
she's a fast
through.
shooter.
She's just cutting through.
I mean, I have to unscreen it because I felt like she's staring the fuck out of me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's kind of strange.
Yeah, let's get to it, chat. Though. Let's get to it.
And even if you think I don't have the right, I still have a camera and a microphone. So, does that count for something? We are all observers.
What the fuck?
What the hell just happened?
Bro, I don't remember it being that weird. I'm telling you.
The fuck? To express are coming from men themselves.
Okay.
And the patriarchy,
let me get through this.
It hurts us all. I'm gonna be the first to say it, and I also believe that both men and women can uphold these problematic structures, right? The lack of
you
should be an actor the way you switch these male friendships is harmful for men. And then when something is harmful for men, it usually bleeds into being harmful for women because, eventually everything does kind of become our problem. One of the main distinctions people have noticed between male and female friendships is that male friendships tend to lean towards the very low maintenance side. Very low. Low enough where it's like the limbo bar is 2 inches above the ground, and the standards for male friendship are still flying right under with flying colors. And while I think adult friendships can sometimes be more prone to being low maintenance just because, we all get busy, we're in different cities, all of these things, male friendships seem to be particularly prone. Because wanting effort, wanting an acknowledgement of your emotions can compromise masculinity even though it shouldn't, right? God forbid I want my bro to know my favorite color. For me, as a woman, when it comes to my close female friends, I have a very hard time imagining those relationships having a lack of emotional depth or support. Because to me, that's what defines the closeness. And to live without that type of platonic connection, I mean, it sounds quite dull and sad. What the fuck? I hate to say that, but life without friendship is like a garden, no flowers. A sky with no stars, a car with no brakes, a skill.
Yo, she's tripping me out, gang. It's only 2 minutes. So,
I get it. She's trying to be funny, but
she is a actor. You
was way too into
this. You got it. Hey, you got it, bro. She's eating this performance to explain this, but I'm really trying to get into it, but her performance is making me stop and
it's sidetracking me.
Yeah, you're sidetracking me while I'm trying to just have this conversation. But what she said, I will say, even into Mark, that is right. And I was gonna say this. I only say that because I don't know if my bros know my fucking favorite color, but it's like male friendships tell me that it doesn't really matter because we've seen enough of each other to know we're best friends. So it's like it doesn't. We've not made it that hard of an effort, but there is peaks in
but it
there.
is just like just to know, why not know?
And that's what I will say is true. It's like there's peaks in there where it's
Like, what
like,
if I do want to give my man or sorry, my
whoa,
bro a
my how are
gift?
you saying my bro?
If I was a guy, basically.
It's a guy right here.
If I was a guy, though.
Talk to me like you're my bro then.
So.
But I feel like, but it's also like how you kind of gotta have common ground how y'all want to have
Exactly.
that. So yeah,
but like, that shouldn't be a hard question to answer.
Exactly. So I feel like, I mean, you know what I think would be weird if I told my bro like, look man, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I really did watch my little. I'm like, I'm a big only fan, bro. Are you? Yeah. But my bro should be okay.
My little cousins was watching.
Oh yeah, man, you gotta watch that when you get bored. Well, I feel like I can have that conversation, but sometimes you know it. See, we just talking about it a little bit, but kind of like that. Like you should be able to say certain stuff, so you know, people like, oh,
I do think men are lonely. I think a lot of them are.
Damn.
As
yikes.
fuck. I think what prevents people from taking the male loneliness epidemic seriously is that, to a degree, it can be a little bit of a self-perpetuating cycle, and it can be used as a talking point to adhere to overarchingly problematic ideas or harmful actions. But whether the expression of a man's loneliness leans more towards benevolent or harmful, I think what is definite.
I remember a said person that I used to be like friends with. And he was lonely, but he couldn't have friendships. Because he would, destroy them.
Fuck, you telling me a horror story? That's what it sounded like.
He would just destroy his friendships. He couldn't be friends with any girls, so he destroyed them. But with the guys he didn't count them as friendships. Because they're guys.
That sounds like every man on the planet. Unless if you ain't got no girl. I don't fuck with nobody but the guys. It's all I'm for the guys. Stop playing. Yeah, that's what you talking about. How you lonely, nigga? You better go out find you some love. The fuck? I'm lonely. What type of horror story shit? You live in your own horror story, nigga. I'm for the guys only. I can't. I'm always stay lonely. Yeah, you keep hanging with the guys. Get around some different Tinder. You gonna get lonely that way, yeah. I mean, that should be kind of obvious eventually, but you only gonna have so much balance with your homie. He not gonna be able to sit on the phone with you for 3 fucking hours like your girl will every lunch break while you work. And if y'all live apart, what you saying, kind of like that. Shit, there's just a difference. It's a big difference. My nigga not gonna sit on the phone for 3 hours while I work out. Only your girl would. So it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's better to have a relationship and that friendship, so you don't always feel like that's the only thing. That should feel like a great thing when y'all can hang out. So it's not like a big deal. I mean, that's where I've leveled up to the point where it's like, even though I don't live in the same city and shit, it's still like it's not a big deal because I have a friendship I've already here. You know. So I guess that is kind of lonely though. Like, damn, nigga, you can't. You so lonely that you only want to hang with dudes. But shit, that sounds like a virus in the brain.
Is that the loneliness does exist. if we're being honest with ourselves, I think it does exist. Traditional masculinity is a prison, and of course, men are the ones who set up and maintain that prison, and sometimes they blame women for their emotional shortcomings. I do think that as a society, if we can emphasize the idea of, and here's how we can do better, as opposed to, well, it's your own fault. You made your bed, so piss and sleep in it, pig. You know, a little
Whoa!
bit more of a positive outcome.
What the
And
fuck?
even though people laugh at the phrase male loneliness epidemic, the fact
Have
that
you
it
been
was
talking?
coined in the first
Dude.
place, I kind of feel like it's a sign of progression. No, because men are acknowledging that they're lonely. That's step one. I think a lot of, macho traditional men, beef head, muscles the size of a fucking boulder that you find in the Grand Canyon, might not even want to admit that they're lonely. They would maybe even think to themselves, what is lonely? How can I be lonely? I have 5 buckets of protein and access to like 20 dumbbells. That's all I need as a man.
What?
Step 2, I think, is trying to mitigate that loneliness. And I think that's where we start to see people kind of go astray, because instead of trying to...
I don't want to agree on that either, because, like, bro, you can have a man that is also just as independent and peaceful and introverted as a woman. Like, they don't need to be by people because maybe they are antisocial or something, but they don't confuse it with being lonely.
Yeah, maybe I don't know which man she's talking about. I don't know. It's
Like,
kind of drastic.
That's kind of like saying every man is lonely, but she doesn't get it. I did remember she said that that's not what she's talking about. But like, what man have you met that gives you this type of impression of men?
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I know I'm not trying. I'm not taking offense. It ain't about me. I'm really not. But it is. It is a question.
As a woman, I don't think I've met any men like this, girl. They're usually too busy with their cliques, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, at least in our generation. I don't know. Maybe I haven't met the same people.
Clearly.
This perspective.
I mean, I don't know. Fuck. I mean, I'm trying to stay with the video, but
it's just very wildly
it's very
different.
Yeah. This
drastically different from what I'm used to hearing.
I'm gonna keep up though. I'm gonna try to while we can get some pointers here. She's really in and out. So also I'll say we're gonna put some pointers. Just pause it. Just pause if you need to.
Yeah.
But she just has a lot of dresses points. It's kind of like
it's kind of
before
hard
you get there.
Like, it's like hard to put the pieces of the puzzles together.
Or actively work on the platonic male friendships that they have, they just blame women. But because of the types of men that I have in my life, who I feel pose a good example to other men, I know that it's possible to not adhere to the whole men suffer in silence and I'm one of them, and everyone else is to blame.
You have a boyfriend and you didn't think to bring him on to this conversation? So he can get, like, his point of view?
I mean, I'm
just saying.
That is a question.
That is kind of weird.
I mean, but I guess it's kind of it's almost like she's trying to make it ironic, because that's what she was kind of starting with. It's like, I'm a female, but I can, and I have a camera.
I mean, I get it, but it's just like, at the same time, you have to actually go out there and be like a woman that actually be actively talking to people, talking to men, to just talk about male experiences. And I get it, but it's like confusing. Like, you're not, I don't know what type of male experience you're talking about.
I don't.
Hey, a lot of the men in my life are queer. Is that okay? There's some...
Oh, okay.
What?
Where are we going with this?
It's starting to feel weird.
It's scaring me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get through this vid. It's 47 fucking minutes.
Out of curiosity, I have asked them before, do you feel comfortable speaking about vulnerable things with your male friends? Have you guys ever cried in front of each other? Things like that. And a lot of them have said yes. So I do think we are in the midst of some positive change. However, there are a lot of guys who actually like the fact that their friendships are so low maintenance. They like that there's low standards and their friendships are more so based on having a good time and being able to just chill with each other than anything else. And that certainly makes things easier for everyone involved to not be super, I guess, emotionally invested and things like that. But that makes the relationship probably not quite as fulfilling. Compared to women, it seems that a lot of guys.
That's why you have different friends for different reasons. Like, I hear what you're saying, but it's not adding up.
He's a great shot. Right.
I'm sorry.
No, you.
I'm just saying, like, that's why you have different friends for different reasons. Like, you don't mix your friends, but you have more than one version of a friend. Like, you don't just stay with that one friend for the rest of your life. I mean, you can, but it's like that one person isn't gonna be able to take up on your bullshit realistically. At least that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're like, oh my gosh, twin soul, whatever the hell that shit is.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, I don't know. It's not. I'm not comparing and contrasting it. It's just like who. If it's low maintenance because y'all, I don't know. It's just like it's kind of just. It just happens.
I feel like you can have a low maintenance friend, but then you can have a friend that you go out with all the time.
Yeah, like,
and then you can have the friend that you have the emotional breakdowns with.
Like it's kind of,
you can have different friends.
It's kind of like that thing. It's like if you put all 10 of your friends in one room, they're all not gonna get along with each other. Exactly.
They're not supposed to.
That's
I have
literally
many
why.
different parts of me.
If my plug is my friend, I'm not gonna put him in bro. No. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we don't have to have a high maintenance relationship. Like, I don't have to take him to dinner.
Because I already have somebody that does that for me.
Exactly.
That completes me in that, in that part of my life.
Alright, so that's why I was just like, if you have a relationship, that kind of just adds it more. That's more of the plate. Exactly. So if you do have friends, that's just extra. Like, what?
I don't know.
I'm trying to stick with the vid, but
I mean, I get what she's saying.
I
kind of, but it's like
it's getting to a point.
It's common sense almost.
Let's keep on.
Probably not quite as fulfilling. Compared to women, it seems that a lot of guys, their time with the bros isn't necessarily a safe haven for emotional expression like it is for girls, right? But rather an escape from having to emotionally express. It's a distraction, right? It's a way to get your mind off of the things that are bothering you, that haunt you. And I don't think that's necessarily not valuable. As women, we also don't want to be talking about hard things or emotionally heavy things constantly every time we hang out. Sometimes we just want to giggle and gab, and in fact, that might even be most of the time. No one wants every hangout to be extremely emotionally heavy or ultra introspective. Girls' night! Okay. So here's the itinerary for tonight. From 6 to 6:45, we'll sit.
Alright, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead. What you wanted to say?
I almost forgot, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, isn't that what a friendship is? An escape away from the reality that you hold, whether it's family or your relationship. You don't need to be around it all the time. That's kind of stressful. I'm not saying that's what it is for every single time you go out, but, like, I know some of the times that's how men feel. But to say that that's like kind of every fucking time is kind of fucking insane. Then you need mental health. You need a therapist. I don't think you should do that every time you out with your bros. But like in those moments when you do go out for those reasons, it becomes also for a different reason because of how long you are out. You get to cover everything.
Right.
In the absence. Is that not what you do when you meet up with friends? You'd be like, oh my gosh, let's play catch up. Blah, 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 blah. What's up with you? Basically, like, this is how my life been going, blah, 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 blah. I did this last year. I did that one thing we were talking about, and it just felt amazing, but it was so bad that you couldn't be there, whatever. Like, stuff like that. Like, but it's not emotional trauma.
Like,
That's kind of crazy.
That is kind of a crazy point when you think about it. Because I don't know, but if I'm having an issue, like, and maybe when I was younger, but if there's a conversation, I'm like, look, right now, I would rather have this conversation with my boys. It's cool to be like, I can have some boys. I can leave the room. I can do that, and I'll get any conversation. That is that little getaway, but I'm still gonna go back and be like, yo, it's the conversation I had with him, but it was a nice conversation. I don't have to dibble and dabble and giggle about it because I already had that conversation with my boys. So it's just like, for you to say it like it's so weird for it not to happen. It's just like it's not a big deal unless
I
if it's a
mean,
big deal.
it's
From
kind of
a
like
woman's
trying to
perspective,
say
it's kind of
that
weird.
having different relationships and or friendships that are committed in your life is kind of two-faced. Yeah. Which I don't agree with. You don't have to share one thing that you share with one person with everybody in your life. Yeah. Especially if your emotional battery is already drained from having to go through said whatever you wanted to talk about and actually having to express it to even the one friend, because you don't know what their reaction is going to be at the end of the day. You're just telling them because you need to tell somebody.
Yeah. I mean my
At that point, like I said, you need a therapist.
Honestly, like,
because you shouldn't be talking to someone who's uneducated and can't help about the situation, or at least can't listen the right way without judging.
Or when like when Justin would call me, even though I never in my life thought Justin would call me with like being mad ever in his life.
Honestly, I was surprised the first time.
Like, genuinely talking to me, and like I was actually like, I was actually, it's been a minute. Like, there's times in life where it's like I was surprised and also happy he called me.
Grateful, exactly.
Yeah,
because like you could have went to anybody with that, and they could have not responded the same way.
Mm-hmm. They could have told you to do something dumber or stupider. I just wanted you to be in a vulnerable spot and just ready to crash more. It's just like, oh, let's get to a center here before
we fuck up your life.
Right. So, because we're talking, and I don't want that for you. So, I don't know. It's great to say that I can't relate to this shit at all. But there's some pointed picks. If you don't have friends that you can at least get a phone call from, or you at least phone and they don't pick up, and you don't make it a big deal, but you can still be like not dependent on them. And I guess
that's what you're really supposed to do in life. You're not
really
supposed to be that dependent. If you're that dependent, that's when you need to get a therapist. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's gonna get to
because like if they're not gonna want to hear it, what's the point of you telling them? Mm-hmm. You're talking their off. You're dumping emotional energy on them, and they have to carry that throughout the time that whatever day it was or whatever time that y'all did meet. They have to carry it throughout the rest of the day. Like that's not. I'd be worried about that even when I'm talking to people who want to hear about that. Like that'd be scaring me. Like, oh my god, I just dumped all my shit on this person.
Yeah, man, I don't
even
the whole
like
bag.
dumping energy on anybody. My stress, my energy. But at the same time, it was nice for someone to actually tell me exactly what I usually say, but actually have a second opinion where they said it first.
Girls' night.
Turn her down, gang.
So here's the itinerary for tonight. From 6 to 6:45, we'll sit in a circle and talk about what we think our biggest physical flaw is. But here's the catch. It has to be something that you can't change with surgery.
Okay, twist.
God. Then from 6:45 to 8:45, we'll make a Venn diagram of all of our toxic relationships and point out the ways that we have collectively suffered, individually suffered, and caused suffering upon others.
Hashtag need
Sounds
that.
like Mean
Then
Girls.
From 8:45 to 9:15, we'll have a snack break, but we'll only be eating foods that our mothers banned us from eating when we were younger because they didn't want us to get fat. So in that way, we'll kind of be feeding our inner child.
I brought my white cheddar Cheez-Its and Gushers.
And I brought my green grapes. Your mom didn't let you have green grapes? No, she said there was too much natural sugar and that it was basically like candy. And even though I was prepubescent, she said that I needed to start preemptively watching my figure. That's so fucked. We'll drink debrief about the snacking, we go through the traumas that we've endured in our mother-daughter relationships, and then from 10 to 3 a.m. we'll cry.
Wow.
Yay! Okay, yay. Let's get this party started.
Oh my god.
Not the church music.
But I think the key difference for female friendships is that if those things were to come up, if we have a close friend who they need to get something off of their chest, they need advice, they need to vent, we would welcome those things and feel comfortable with it. Between women, for many of us, that is an integral part of close friendship, right? Knowing each other deeply, being there for one another, understanding each other. And it seems that men sometimes have a harder time cultivating that type of environment. For example, speaking of a physical environment, something that popped up in my mind was the man cave, right? The idea of the man cave. I think what represents this idea is pretty indicative of how society views male friendship. Now, at this point in time, having a man cave is a little
Well, I
bit
thought
of an
the man
outdated
cave was
concept,
kind of for
not
yourself,
only an ideology,
but only when
also
like guests come over, they can get into it. Like, I didn't think it was like a big thing about like actually having other people there. Like, yeah, of course, I want you to look at it. I want you to be able to see I made it here, but like, I don't think anybody thinks of a man cave and think, oh, my friends. This is my oasis.
Yeah.
This is my home still. Like, I'm gonna put stuff I like in it. But yeah, if they were here, they of course they're gonna get invited into the freaking room. It's called a fucking man cave. Like, excuse me.
We've been watching this video for about 30 minutes. Microphone fell the fuck out. And we're just not fairly agreeing with what she is saying. I don't know where she's getting this opinion from. And it's not even just because she's a woman. And I'm not saying that because I got a woman next to me. Or for my wife. But, I mean, just, if anybody watches it, like, wholeheartedly, like, I don't know where this type of mindset has came from, from a dude or a woman.
Because like where she grew up at, because that's what I think of when I'm thinking most of these topics, like how I grew up or who I grew up around and stuff like that. I mean, I had 5 fucking uncles. Did I like all of them? No. I hate some of them. But like at the same time, I'm not gonna say every man is flawed. That's like saying my dad is flawed. And I actually have a good relationship with him. Because I know a black female with a good relationship with her dad. But no, I'm serious. I call him all the time.
Yeah, maybe it's good to I'm not coming from no place like this, but it was interesting. But we're gonna just put a few more minutes in so y'all can just watch it with us just for a little longer. All right, I'm gonna give y'all that
they would picture going on inside of a man cave, right? A space that is specific and designated for male friendship. I don't know if a lot of people would list intimate conversation as one of the things that would happen. And I would even go as far as to say that envisioning deep, meaningful conversation and emotional intimacy between male friends inside of a man cave might come across as a juxtaposition for many. Dang, this place is nice. You got a place to sit and a roof. It's got everything. Testosterone Tavern, what can I say? Yeah, hey, you know what we need to develop our emotional connection and deepen our brotherhood through intimate conversation? I was gonna say...
I mean, if you say it like that, my nigga, hopefully your homie will just laugh about it.
Hopefully... Yeah, but like I feel like everyone knows when those conversations are in place, you don't really have to announce them.
Exactly.
Like that. But with girls, you do because they are run around. They'll run around the whole entire conversation.
I mean, dudes can be like that, but it really depends on like what type of friendship you have. Like clearly, you're not supposed to be talking to a person that. You say, I mean, it's just weird. I mean,
it depends on the person. Even if you do say it like that,
yeah,
you're gonna get
different reaction with every different person. You can do that to your mom, and she's gonna give you a different reaction. You do it to your sister, you get a different reaction. Do that to your brother.
It's like trying to say like the male are the different species and women are just perfect. I mean, men don't actually talk like this, kind of.
We really don't.
Not like this.
Not
this
like
is like
this.
out of a skit. Out of a sitcom or something.
You gotta be, but
Because this is not even how they greet each other. They're on different sides of the couch and everything. Like, what are you talking about?
man.
Hot wings, but I was thinking we could play a game. Okay, yeah, like FIFA. We're not really strangers.
Whoa.
What is that? It's a card game that's supposed to facilitate vulnerable conversation. Fuck yeah.
But what women don't
Yeah,
play
sure.
that shit
Sure,
either.
no, let's try it. All right.
Not like that.
What is the greatest pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical? Jesus.
That's kind of scary. Yeah. If anything, even if you're a woman, you're gonna get taken off guard because who talks like this? I don't know where he comes from, but this is not normal etiquette. This isn't how people talk to each other emotionally.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you got a friendship that cares, you don't even have to do that.
I mean, if you have a friendship like that, all power to you, but nah, I'm looking at you crazy too as a woman. Like, okay, can you say that any other way? That doesn't sound like you're a psychopath.
They're gonna look like, can you rephrase?
Mm-hmm.
Because you sound more hurt than me. Like, you caught me off guard.
Like,
Now I have to really analyze. If the person cares, bro, like that's really
and probably still will care. I mean, if we're talking about this generation specifically. But at the same time, it's gonna look at you like you're crazy because you just said that like a crazy ass motherfucker. Like you the therapist and I'm the patient. Like what is going on? What type of freaky dicky?
You're supposed to be friends, bro. Like, come on.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Let's go.
Come on, go back. What the fuck? Oh my god. No one was ever listening.
Oh my god. Stop.
Skip that one. Skip it. The next one. If you were in the mind of your most recent ex, what would they say about you and the breakup and why?
How the hell would I
Tara say about me? Probably that she hates me.
Exactly. That's exactly what most men will probably tell you, or they'll just be like, well, she might say different things, but they usually will actually compliment them first. I'm gonna be real, like, I ain't gonna lie, she was great, but I had different plans, or she had different plans, and I don't. They're mostly confused because it might have just happened, and they still are running with it, so they're not prepared. But for me to be trying to pressure, like, it's fine, bro. Like, it's no. I'm not gonna rush a man's time with something I clearly don't know about.
When a man
right now.
usually talks about that, it's usually when he's actually ready to talk about it. He doesn't rush things. Like, that's another thing about female relationships I don't think anybody talk about. When a woman is asking you a question, she expects you to have an answer. And if you're not emotionally ready, she does not give a fuck. She's gonna keep pressuring you unless like it's a friend, and even then they're still gonna keep asking, but they'll still be like, I'm gonna be here when you're ready. It's like, dude, I already know that. Can you stop talking about it?
Yeah. So this is a hell of a scenario. I'll be real.
And why? Could be anything.
And if that's not the case, then a woman will just take you out, expect you to have
something vulnerable now? Sure.
You've seen those movies.
But it really shouldn't pose such a
we get wings.
Right? I would love if we could get to a place in society where a group of guy friends could just get together and just talk about their emotions, cry, let loose, start sobbing, Jacob. I want to see it. It would be nice to get to a point.
What is wrong with you? I mean, I get it at a certain point, but like, you actually want to see a man cry?
Oh shit!
Like, that's pretty vulnerable. Like, I don't know. I think women be saying they want to see a man cry, but they don't know how powerful that energy around that person really is until you actually see it. And that's not for everybody.
I
I'm sorry I'm not a vulnerability hoe. Like, goddamn.
Holy, that is kind of insane. Like, you just
want me to
see
let
a nigga
let
drop?
everybody in the world see it. Like, I don't even do that as a woman.
Just see a nigga drop to his knees, and that's not cool.
Like,
that's not cool.
I don't even like doing that as a woman. Like, that's like going on to anybody and just be like, yeah, I'm having a bad day. What? No. I mean, like, no. Yeah, no. Even when I was little, it wasn't like a thing I wanted to do. It just happened because of all the shit that I had bottled up. It wasn't because I wanted to do it right then and there in front of everybody. I mean, that shit is weird.
I'm gonna let her get a few more points in,
and people don't understand you, and then they start, avoiding you because of how weirded out that you are fucking crying right now. Oh my god. It's not always a good reaction. Your level of vulnerability could be way lower or higher than somebody else's, and they cannot be on that same level of understanding. Like, I know what it is. It's okay, just let loose. Like, no. Other people are gonna look like, what the fuck could you be crying for? And other people are gonna be looking like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? I have no idea what the fuck to do.
Yeah. It's so many different ways that you're gonna get reactions from it, but it's just like, I'm sorry, I ain't just finna walk with anybody and just let loose unless the energy's there. And usually it's not, because I don't have to do that. I know the people I can do that with. It's not like, but I guess that's what she's trying to say, but so drastic.
I mean,
so
but like,
drastic.
I done seen a man cry, and I'm gonna just say it ain't for everybody because it's pretty powerful. Like, his emotions just literally leak through. It's kind of scary. I don't even know what to do all the time, but I'm gonna still try because, like, I'm.
I understand shit. Sometimes and on my side as a male, I get surprised when my friends call me. All my friends call me, and we can have that conversation. I don't have to immediately drop to our fucking knees on FaceTime. Like, oh my fucking god! Like, no, that's not where we came from. I'm gonna encourage you to keep getting through this. I'm not gonna tell you to cry. If that's what you're gonna do, we can have the conversation. But it's not always just there. It's not something we always had to do, because I don't know. You don't just drop to your knees. Like, you don't have to do that.
I mean, it makes their vulnerability that much more powerful when it does leak out.
Yeah.
Like, you're not understanding.
It's not a force. It doesn't have to be a force.
It's not like ours. We're feminine. We are naturally emotional. They are logical.
Yeah.
If they don't see the logic in crying in that moment, and even then, it's like, it's still our times where it bottles up and it leaks out, but you don't always want to see it. It could be coming from a place of pure pain or pure sadness that our femininity might just not understand.
Yeah. I think that really is what it could be. Look, man, I'm gonna give her 15. Yeah, I'm out.
As unusually progressive, or, God forbid, even gay. Men themselves
Girl.
Yo, she is a character. She is a character.
Straight serious to straight bullshit.
Serious to bullshit so fast.
And it's like, what the fuck? I'm so trying.
She just said this a few seconds ago.
Society where a group of guy friends could just get together and just talk about their emotions, cry, let loose, start sobbing, Jacob. It would be nice to get to a point where that wouldn't be seen as unusually progressive, or, God forbid, even gay. Men themselves have...
What be going on through your head, bro? I know you got some brain
She's straight out of a skit.
I know you got brain rot problems. Like, I just know you do. There's no way you randomly think of that.
Even gay.
Got to have some
progressive.
Got to have some.
God forbid, even gay.
Stop
Men
crying,
themselves have
Jacob.
started
I want
pointing
to
out how a
see
lot of
it.
Get loose! Get loose, Jacob.
Oh, God.
Fuck,
out
man.
how the foundation for a lot of these friendships is just proximity and liking the same video game.
What's his last name?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Bro, how do you not know, bro? I thought he was your friend.
Bro, what you talking about? That's my best friend right there, bro. On God, I would take a bullet for that man, bro.
All right, what's his
But
birthday?
that's
Hell no.
Bro, what
that's
kind
not
of
the
friendship is this, bro?
same.
How do you guys even meet?
To be honest, bro, he just spawned in my life, bro. I don't even know.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. I will say that I just seen a video. Was like there is a relationship around that if you still have a good friend.
Right, like you don't
Like,
need to know
that
his
is the
gamer
bond.
tag. He's a real life person.
Right, thank you. Like, I don't know my nigga's birthday, but I could ask easily.
But I'm willing to know.
I'm
willing to
know.
take the time out to learn.
Well, actually, that's
Like,
not true. How do you know my nigga's birthday?
I know you do. I don't know why you even said that.
I know my nigga's birthday, so I don't even. But there's a relationship around that too. It's not just that.
It's willing
I
to
don't
learn
know.
eventually instead of wanting to press every few seconds like women do. Like women do. That's not always comfortable.
And I feel like dudes always know there's gonna be a time where that conversation will be there.
Exactly.
Like, I don't.
And
That's just not true, man.
I've done had relationships with women who were just like, who just walked up to me and was like, "Oh, you want to be my friend?" And yeah, we didn't know anything about each other, but we were friends from that day on.
And it worked. Shit, that's a lot of my friendships.
And then we learned in time without forcing it, like, oh my gosh, this is her birthday, this is her favorite color. So we kind of like some of the same things. Some things she does this weird thing I really don't get, like, but she likes it, or I can't do, but she still likes it. And like, isn't that the beauty of actually having or pursuing a real friendship or relationship? You learn within time. Per time the person's changing. Every time the person's like, absent, and you actually find out something new when they get back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what type of friendship. I just know everything like the back of my hand. I already know. I mean, that comes within time.
I don't know why you would
Like,
want to rush that.
you can't talk to a person silently the first day that you get to know each other.
Literally, come on.
Like, you can't talk through your eyes the first time that you get to class with this person or public with this person. It's just not possible. That comes within learning within time. Like, oh, this is how we feel about this is how we feel about that, blah 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 blah. This is what we agree on, this is what we don't agree on, blah 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 blah. It's not like, it's just not like that. If it was, everybody would have friends.
Niggas ain't falling for friendships because then you gonna find out there's snakes in that same bottle. So you be careful. Matter of fact, fuck. Here, I'm gonna watch 2 minutes, so I'm gonna tell this story, this small story, and then we gonna get off because
Sorry.
I used to wonder what friendship could be like, nigga, bro. That's not real life. Those are ponies.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Realistically.
And even then, they show you in that show, even like they have to learn stuff
Like
about each other.
right? Still, every fucking day they're still learning.
Like, it's actually crazy. It's insane.
And you're gonna forget things. Like, you ever heard of lost time? When you get away from people, like, it's scary, but it's also good to know, man. You went through an arc, but I'm happy I get to still see you. Because we have lost time together.
It's basically merging your story with somebody else's in that little bit of time or that little bit of moment, that little tiny moment that you are their friend and they are available in your place, in your state, in your city, in your home, your apartment building, whatever it is, or whatever the job, the school, whatever the places that y'all usually meet up. Like, it's not supposed to be forever. It's supposed to be like that so you can cherish those moments more.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the best part. Like, when you finally can. But I hope no one, not these many niggas dealing with that shit. That's insane.
I mean, I just never heard of
And
this
while some
stuff.
men talk about this in more of an observational comedy way, just to sort of poke fun at the phenomena rather than expressing that they actually have a problem with it, some men do have a problem with it, and they want more out of their male friendships, especially when we can just so overtly compare these relationships to female friendships, where between, two women best friends, it's like, I know your coffee order from our old college campus, and I know your favorite pastry from the bakery down on Allen Street, and I've seen your labia before.
What?
Whereas between male best friends,
Like,
you could ask, "Hey, bro, what's my eye color?" And they say, "What am I, a fucking detective?"
July the 21st. You've known me for 10
but
years.
that's
You still don't know
all
my birthday.
jokes.
It's a joke,
Haven't
bro.
seen that
It's
dude in probably,
literally
like, 5,
TikTok.
6
You
years.
can't take it
You must not be very
serious.
close if you haven't seen him in half a decade.
What the hell are you talking about? I would literally die for that man.
There was even a TikTok that went viral a while ago that kind of demonstrated how little some guy friends know
I think
about
you
each
don't
other.
get the type of humor
Clearly,
that Gen Z has.
they gotta be.
We make fun of all of our shortcomings and everything that the world is doing wrong. And we make it seem like, even if it is our fault, we make fun of it because it's like, that's the only way we cope. Like, how we couldn't cope any other way? Like, oh my gosh, Trump is such a horrible. This is something that Trump will do because he's such a fucking horrible person. Or Biden, he was so fucking useless. Nobody even knows what the fuck he was doing.
Nobody even knew where he was.
Over here smelling kids like it was the last thing he had to do in his presidency. Like, oh my gosh, yes. We make fun of ourselves and our generational problems all the time.
I mean, my girl didn't been in the
Can't
car.
find no real
so,
food in America. Like, what?
I mean, we make fun of everything. Like, my girl has seen that shit before, so I don't know. This honestly could be the first time. Like, maybe you don't maybe there is a point where you can say. I mean, you make a video, you have a video, sure. But maybe we can say you don't know male friendships.
Like, there was this other person I remember I wanted to actually upload her video. Olivia's son.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Olivia. Whatever, son via. And she had this whole entire video about how our Gen Z is probably the generation who uses this type of humor the most. And from a social media point of view, most people can't tell if it's depressive humor, like they actually how they feel, and or if it's like not how they feel and they're making fun of the actual situation itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people do get confused, but that's because everything on social media isn't cut dry. It isn't black and white. It's supposed to be that way. And if your brain is getting confused and you're making a video off of it, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It is like you're getting false information from the internet. Give me real time examples or people or stuff like you experience. Like, you're just talking about this from TikTok videos.
Yikes.
That's actually concerning.
Yeah.
And I already knew you had brain rot, so.
Yeah, the way this whole video went was brain rot shit. So you definitely got some Gen Z humor, but maybe you clearly don't understand all of Gen Z.
Yeah.
And that's okay. No,
and
I'm not gonna
saying
hate
it's
on
a
you
bad thing.
Yeah, there's no hate.
Like,
there's no hate at all.
It's that also with like. It's really just that. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
you
that's
just
all
don't
it is.
really
But
get
it's
it.
no hate though.
Because if that's your prime example of where you're getting all this information from, you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, honestly. But just because you said that video, we definitely have to go with that.
Yes, because now I have to fucking tell people. I actually love that YouTuber.